How's it? Today's Tuesday, May 18th. It's another back squat day. Last week I did 140 for 5 sets of 5, so this week I wanted to do 145 for 5 sets of 5. But my knee has not been cooperating since probably Friday. I noticed the posterior lateral corner of my right knee, ding ding ding, has been hurting anytime I get to full depth. So basically, when I kneel down at work, my knee feels like it's going to explode. And so coming into today, I wasn't sure how it would have felt. If I am super cognizant of where my knee tracks and being active on my hips and sort of pulling myself down rather than just um, allowing gravity to push me down, then my knee is fine. So I need to remember that moving forward, especially at heavier weights. I said ding 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 earlier about the posterior lateral corner injury because that is exactly what I hurt myself. I hurt in 2016 or 2015. I don't even remember what year it was. It was 5 years ago or 6 years ago, and I haven't had any issues with it until this week. So it's very interesting. You can see here that I am taking it a lot slower than I was last week, even though this weight in itself is really light. Um, it sort of I warm up a little bit, and towards the end of it, my range of motion and my speed does pick up. But overall, you can see that I'm trying my best to be super aware of where my hips are in space and allow my knees to push out. Because whenever have my knees pushed out, then my hips are more active, and that would mean that I'm not just allowing gravity to push me down. I think it's something to do with how my posterior chain is being utilized in the squat. Specifically, when I'm not squatting, my knee feels okay until I get again to that kneeling down position to pick up something at work. That doesn't happen every shift, but when it does, it feels very, very, very bad. Here's my fourth set, and Brada Adi over there was trying to mimic me. I could see him. I saw him set up, and I pointed it out to him, and here it is. I I just told him he's stupid. I saw him definitely at the beginning of that, and I immediately told him after this set his depth was absolute trash. And he said he's working on it. Here's my final set. This is what I was talking about earlier, where speed and overall range of motion was definitely increased, and so that's kind of, I guess, as I warm up, it kind of gets to that point. Here's 165 for a single. I probably shouldn't have done this, but it's okay. I made it through. I didn't die. I don't think I'm gonna go for 170 next week. We'll see. We'll see. I did 160 last week, so that's the reason why I say that. But after that, I did a bunch of accessories. Um, I did a new accessory as well because I was just sort of dicking around and I didn't want to leave because I was hanging out with Audie and hanging out with Kayla, who I haven't seen in a hot minute, and hanging out with just everybody in the gym. But yeah, um, here's my new accessory that I was just sort of dicking around with. I didn't realize it was be as easy to balance this over my head as it was. So I tried it for one set and I was like, oh, actually I can do this for a real accessory to sort of load my elbow and make sure that positioning is proper overhead so that I can still get some amount of shoulder work that I normally would have had on Tuesday. Normally I do overhead press, but lately I just am unable to do that given my elbow injury. And so maybe this overhead hold in the long run will make a big difference, hopefully. But yeah, after that, tricep pushdowns, and then some banded back extensions. This is something I just added in last week because I wanted to. I Steve didn't say anything about it, but I was like, ah, you know what? I would probably like to start overloading my back extensions just a little bit. But yeah, that's it for today. I made it through. My knee doesn't feel worse off, so that's good. Thank you for watching. Shoot.